Halo teman-teman, pagi ini kita ada di Singapura. Ya, pagi-pagi kita bangun dan kita jalan-jalan ke daerah pantai di dekat Suntec, Singapura. Di sini matahari itu baru muncul jam 7 pagi. Jadi saya yang biasanya di Cina, Zhuhai itu bangunnya jam 5 buat sholat subuh. Di sini sholat subuhnya itu jam 6 lah ya di sini. Jam 6. Jadi bingung gitu, akhirnya setelah bangun langsung mandi. Mending jalan-jalan pagi dulu. Ini suasana paginya masih nggak ada kegiatan ya. Nanti meetingnya mulai hari ini.
Konferensi kali ini adalah MOF 2024 Conference yang dilaksanakan 2 tahun sekali dan kali ini dilaksanakan di Singapura. Diikuti oleh hampir 9.000 peserta, membahas tentang senyawa metal organic framework, polimer berpori dengan sejuta manfaat di bidang industri maupun di bidang aplikasi sehari-hari. Konferensi ini cukup mahal dengan biaya pendaftaran sekitar 12 juta, belum termasuk biaya perjalanan dan biaya akomodasi. Namun saya kira sepadan dengan ilmu yang kita peroleh karena meeting ini diikuti oleh penemu senyawa MOF itu sendiri.
So in his talk, before he start his talk, I want to briefly introduce him, although this introduction is not necessary. Professor Susumu Kitagawa, a distinguished professor at KUIAS and ICMS, is at Kyoto University's Executive Vice President for Research Promotion. A pioneer in porous coordination polymers and metal gap frameworks. He coined soft porous crystals and advanced gas storage, separation, and conversion applications. Professor Kitagawa's achievements are recognized with numerous awards, including the Japan Academy Award and Chemistry for the Future Soviet Prize. He's a member of the Japan Academy and a foreign member of the Royal Society. So without further ado, let's welcome Professor Kitagawa.
Thank you very much, President Anjao. And first of all, I'd like to extend my sincere thanks for the organizer, in particular in Tan and his team for doing a great job of organizing this pre-conference and also the main conference. So today, I was announced the audience are very young people, very young. Big difference between myself and you. So I have to add some history of this chemistry. But I will do the best. But I was first announced my talk is 1 hour, but he showed 45 minutes. So that I have to skip the student slides, I have to do it. But anyway, let me start my talk. The title is Exploring Soft Porous Crystals. I don't use MOF or porous coordination polymer, but soft porous crystals.
Very exciting presentation. What I learned from Suzumu's talk, I really appreciate your sharing about your early days of research, especially when the research opportunities are not there. We try our best to sort of push the result. I remember I had a discussion with Suzumu a couple of years ago, I believe at the Texas Public Station. I asked him, what is your most enjoyable moment? And he said most enjoyable moment when he was at the early days of his career, when at that time life is tough, simple but tough, and he waited for a long time to get his first crystal structure data solved. Okay, so most of the audience here, you are at your early stage, either postdoc or young faculty members. Probably some of you are still struggling, but trust me, if you just keep trying, eventually you will wait for your time. Okay, so please join me to thank Suzumu again.
2024 conference is proudly organized by the Materials Research Society of Singapore, or MRSS. Now, let me welcome her president, Professor Tim White, to give an introduction to MRSS. Professor White, please.
Since then, the team, myself, we've been working day and night through the past 2 years to organize this event. So it's my great pleasure to have all of you here. Please join me to give a big applause to all of you.
Ada di poster session.
Software for structure determination, because electron diffraction behaves in the same way as X-ray diffraction. It's just that the wavelength is much shorter, and the interaction of electrons with crystals is much stronger, so that you can get single crystal diffraction data from tiny powders. Like this one is about 500 nanometers, and you can get the good data. And we use
Experiment 84 crystal. You know how pleasurable that is to me? I've saved so much money. And now I can get to the discovery, realizing my discovery or my design much faster, 2 weeks. In the silence of the laboratory, where dreams converge, reticular chemistry weaves threads with a boundless urge. Clean energies call to carbon's side, embracing air purity for all. Solving mysteries that span the sky, trapping water from air where hope runs high. Born from a love that sparked in days of old, for molecules and mysteries yet untold. To the wider community whose tireless endeavor pioneered the field, expanding horizons forever, hold the promise of a world divine, where emptiness blooms with purpose and might, in reticular wonders where dreams alight. So raise a toast to all the creators of passion and vow, to molecules beloved then and now. For in their union hope finds its wings, in reticular marvels where the soul sings. I titled the poem Reticular Marvels, and it was written by ChatGPT.
That's very, very impressive. So, as the committee, representing the committee, I want to give Professor Omayami this plate to show our appreciation of his leadership and encouragement in this field. Thank you. Century Detail
and even end with lithium and such corrosive solids. This is the material that you want to use for air capture because it's stable and potentially it can stay in the device for many, many years. This is the result. Okay, I'm showing you the result here of taking Berkeley air and pushing it through this caulk, a powder of this caulk. And here you see the CO2 level at the top in Berkeley. You see the humidity in Berkeley below that. And then you see in the blue bars the CO2 uptake. And it varies not because the material is unstable, but because the uptake is proportional to how much water is in the air. And if you compare the result at the same humidity, it does not change. In this case, over 100 cycles, and we continue to cycle this material. The uptake of this material is 1.5 millimole of CO2 per gram. Not only from air does it take CO2, but also from flue gas, much higher, on making materials that ultimately will reach society. Okay, we can trap CO2 from 7 years into the device, makes it very affordable at the end of the day. Okay, so we continue to work on this, but let me leave you with this. CO2 in the air is affecting our lives and our livelihoods. It needs to be taken out. Okay? And reticular chemistry potentially has a solution. And only reticular chemistry.
Please join me in thanking him for all the effort he has put in.
Thank you, Professor Chowdhury. Next, we would like to take a moment to recognize and thank our president sponsor, ESD Instruments. This gala would not have been possible without their generous support. Now, let's take a moment to watch a short video brought to you by ESD Instruments.
We will also be starting to serve food right now, so please help yourselves.
This is part of PPI as a PhD student. They say, postdoc, she gotta be all of you doing the YMCA. Can you do this for Tinchan? Let me hear you. Can you do this for Tinchan? Can you do this for Tinchan? Alright, here we go. Okay. Young man, are you listening to me?
terakhir meeting kali ini, hari kelima. Meeting pertama, session pertama mulai jam 9 pagi. Teman-teman yang lain belum datang. Saya akan ambil beberapa momen tertentu untuk dibagikan.
Selain mengikuti rangkaian kegiatan konferensi ini, saya juga menyempatkan diri untuk jalan-jalan ke beberapa destinasi wisata di Singapura.
Kita akan menuju ke Sky Park Observation Decks, and this is the entrance. Go. Welcome, Sky Park.